for all my advocates, being able to set specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-conducing goals. It's able to see the light at the tunnel when it feels too far. And that's always been one of my things when it comes to resolutions in and of itself. It always felt like this grandiose thing that you're trying to like claw and like scratch at. For example, trying to lose weight. Trying to lose how much weight? Is that actually applicable to you? Is that a truly attainable goal? You want to look like Ryan Efron? What's his name? Ryan Efron in 17 again? Or that one college movie when they're breaking down stuff? Is that truly a thing that you can grab onto? You want to look like a comic book character? Are you trying to make $1 million this year when you haven't even figured out a plan? It's one of those things where it feels like setting yourself up for failure before the year even starts. And that's why this year I want to go in with a set plan, a set action to set myself up to be relying on the accountable steps that I've put myself through. And that's why I have been working on this for a couple months now. See, that's the trick. That's where people get you. That's how you're able to really lock in. People like to start on January 1st. Me, myself, I like to go November 18th. That's when I start to try and build up days. It's one of those things where if you're able to set a habit in motion, you're going to be able to stick to it far easier than just saying, all right, today I'm quitting hard turkey off of sugars, off of nicotine, because I know y'all be addicted, y'all be connected to that battery pack. Giving up meat, giving up this, and trying to do da-da-da-da-da-da, and trying to gain that. And that's low-key another thing that I've been recognizing when it comes to this resolution thing. It feels as if it's always about throwing away your past self, even though you have worked so hard to get to the place you are. It's always about reducing all the negative aspects of your life to be able to throw that away, not recognizing it is not a crime to be in that space. It is not evil to not be productive. And that's where we're tricking ourselves. Because if it's a thing where, well, I'm just going to indulge, even though I'm an adult, I'm going to indulge in this act just a little bit. I have truly failed. No. That's because it feels as if the rewards in life should not be the thing that you are going to be punishing yourself over. Let me give an example. You've been eating well for a whole week. You've been meal prepping. You've been eating whole foods. You've been eating lean meats. And then on that Friday after the club, you get that itching, that Taco Bell, that McDonald's start calling your name. And then you go and buy yourself 7 McChickens and a McFlurry. You make sure you put cheese on every single one of those McChickens. Does that mean you lost? Does that mean that you are worthless? Of course not. Of course not. It's a small, I don't even want to say it's a small step back. I feel like that's just part of the growth, because of growth is not linear. It goes in waves. It goes in waves. As long as you're to the right and to the left, that's all you, as long as you're to the right and up, that's all you gotta do. It's just monument, just incremental steps towards the place that you are trying to walk towards. When I'm talking about momentum, I'm more so talking about choices. And if you're cognizant of the choices you are making or not, you are going to be making choices every day, every hour, every minute. And I've noticed, if you have started your day trying to build up wins, you are more likely to win at the end of the day if you've been winning throughout. But there's a flip side. If you have started your day on a low point and you just continuously been secreting and becoming the dopamine that you are grabbing onto, you will become there's a negative spiral loop that is going to be given you also. And when it comes to the choices, when it comes to choices, you could be making all the positive choices in the world. You will get those benefits. Being like, for example, let's say you wake up early in the morning. You give yourself, let me read 10 pages before I get out the book. Before I get out of bed, let me just read a couple pages and go on my day. You know what you're more likely to do? You're more likely to fix your bed. You're more likely to clean yourself up. you're more likely to hit the gym. And now guess what you're doing? You're gonna throw trash in your body after hitting that gym. You just sweated and dreaded for 2 hours trying to get right, an hour and a half. You're gonna be craving something healthy. You're gonna trick yourself into making good decisions because of you've already made so many good decisions. And that's kind of where I'm at in life. Because there's also a negative switch that happens. For example, let's say you wake up, you on that phone, like your mama said it is that phone. It has to be that phone. That's what's really here. Back to the story. You wake up in the morning, you swipe a couple times, swamp. You said you're gonna get out of bed at 8. It is 9:08. You look outside, it's already getting pretty bright. You thought you were gonna go outside and run early in the morning to get yourself like ready for the day before you head off to class or work or something of that nature. That don't work out. So you end up, you start feeling bad. So you just get out of bed like, all right, I gotta eat something quick so I can get off to work. I gotta be at work at 9. I gotta be at work at 10. I have so much planned for today, but I'm already running late. So I gotta pick up the pace. You plan to eat some oatmeal with some fruit and get yourself a fresh squeezed cup of orange juice and some water to get yourself really going. You're going to put some protein powder inside your oatmeal to really get your day going, moving. Eat a banana. You in that drive-through line. God damn it. What is up? Why? And now you feel a little heavy. You feel a little full. You at work and you're a little groggy. You're not moving as fast as you thought you were going to be moving. And now you got to push your lunch back a little bit. But now you're rushing to eat some lunch. But now you worried about trying to get your work done. And now your boss looking at you because this your third week in a row. You just being bullshitting. And that's one of the reasons why anytime that I'm spiraling or I'm feeling bad or things aren't going in my way, I got to do what I got to do. You know what I do? I find some hoop metaphor because sports will always save you. Sports will always explain what you feeling in a way that you could not articulate any other way. Let me drop some game real quick. The best way I can explain the idea of momentum, the hot hand fallacy. Now you might be asking, Sensei, what's the hot hand fallacy? What's going on? Let me tell you. The hot hand fallacy is the idea that when you shoot a 3, bang, you hit that shot. The next shot you shoot that with confidence because guess what? You already hit one. You already hit 2. Oh, you just hit 3-4 shots in a row. I bet you're going to hit the next one. Deep in your heart, you feel like you're going to hit the next one. It's impossible for you to not hit the next one. And you know why you think it's impossible? Because you're hot. Because you're moving. Because you're doing your work. You're cooking. But guess what? Statistically, those two things, your shot number 1, shot number 2, and now your shot 6, 7, it has nothing to do with each other. They're all 0. It's all a 50-50 chance you're going to hit that shot. But due to the confidence that you've built up and the fact that you is moving the way you moving, green. That's all you feeling deep down. And that's how you got to treat your life. That's how you have to build upon your wins. Because of recognize that things build upon each other. It really puts into perspective that you have to train your brain to see things in the long term. Because that instant gratification that you're going to get by staying in bed a little bit, not completing the thing that you said you was going to complete because you forget that your words got power. You be forgetting that deep down, you control what's going on around you. I be forgetting, bro. And honestly, I feel like that's one of those things that happen when you get older. You start recognizing that your actions have not just consequences, but there is also benefits in the actions that you are taking now. Let me tell that again. Let me say it again. There are benefits for some of the actions that you was taking right now that's going to lead you to where you got to go. And the more that I think about it, I wish that more people would be able to see the game in sports metaphors, because of it feels as if that is the best, like I was saying earlier, it feels like that's the best way to explain life in general. Because guess what? I've always told people, oh, wait, hold on. Does this lead me to my next thing? Ooh, I'm getting good at this. I'm getting good. Brother. If you guys made this far, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. But if you got this far and you haven't read the title of this video, this is my ins and outs of 2026. And the main point of all of this is to create a cohesive lifestyle that pushes me to the type of life that I want to live. Welcome to the Dojo Podcast. This is going to be a fantastic year. Oh, it's going to be such a good year. All right. Number one in. Sports metaphors are the key to life. Let me explain. I've always been of the opinion that you could always tell what type of person you are deep down inside based off of the way that you play the game. The way the way that you want to express yourself comes alive in the way that you play basketball in such an efficient way that I love it. You can lie to me. You can tell me whatever you want about your personality, how you treat people, how you're able to take defeat, how you're able to work hard. Where does your work ethic come from? But I will not know till we check up. Let's run fives, baby. Let's run fives. And I always like to give a shout out to everyone that be hustling when they be hooping, because of if you're willing to hustle, even though that you know deep down that there is no way on God's green earth that you are going to get this bucket, this play has nothing to do with you, but the fact that you went and sprinted up the left side of the hoop to draw the attention of the big man to watch the corner for my guy to take a step to the side so I can kick it to the corner to hit that three, you are the real MVP. And I feel like we're losing recipes because of we have lost the way that we're able to figure out who is a good person and what they truly stand for. Because of a selfish person will let you know they selfish in the way that they move before they'll ever tell you that they are selfish. And guess what? They might tell you that they're not selfish, but people will always show you who they are deep inside. You ever been hooping with somebody and they come down and they take a bad shot, and then they come down and take another bad shot, and then they come down again. Somebody else shoots a regular corner three, tries to get a layup, miss, and then they trying to freak out. They're like, bro, why'd you do that? It shows me that you don't trust your players. You don't trust your teammates. You are not willing to give the benefit of the doubt to somebody that you do not know because you believe that you could have done more with the ball in your hand. That's all I gotta know. That's all I gotta know. And I know there's always context based on what's going on, but I will tell you more times than not, how quick you are to be agitated will show up in the way that you are responding to your teammates that are not hooping at the same level as you are. And how you treat people that do not, how you're able to treat people that have no effect on you, or let me say it, no, that's just the way that you're able to treat people that are viewed as lesser than you. Really highlights how you moving. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling. And it gets a thing where team players are important, but you sometimes you need to be able to count on your man. Are you willing to dive on the floor to get that ball? Are you willing to set a hard screen to get that pick and roll action? And one of the things I've noticed, it feels as if people have neglected the way that they're able to pass the ball is and another thing that I've noticed, it feels like the way that people have neglected the way that they're able to run a pick and roll and be able to actually facilitate the ball correlates to how standoffish and unwilling to create community is with some folks. Because of there's some high level work that has to come from being able to throw the pass when that man rolls. It's one of those things where, one, I gotta trust my man. Number two, I have to be able to see what's going on. And number three, it has to get to the point where I see the value in getting you the ball early because of I know that you need that runway to be able to get to where you need to go. Or being able to set your mans up to be put in the best position to get to where they gotta go is a big one.